seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
They had the run for no gain. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what you're getting.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
DeMarcus Walker there on the stop.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Roethlisberger. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first and 10, Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
The ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on second and 8. Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run with Mostert, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back now comes Tampa Bay, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. First and 10, it's Roethlisberger. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
At the Lions, 5 yards.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On third and goal, Roethlisberger. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points. Rosas good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. it to the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
They got his man complete. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk, 76 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now the throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Christian McCaffrey, the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 27, Roethlisberger complete. The tight end Kelsey. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A gain of 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger in trouble, and he'll go down
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
31.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield will fire this, and this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And
he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Number 19.
Adam Thielen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for two. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield will fire. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Mostert. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 7 from the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard.
So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 12. 1:40 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And the Buccaneers 1st down.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. DeMarcus Walker in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
2nd down.
To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
But it'll be second down. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk.
And that'll make it third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Mayfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete. Joe Hayden on the coverage.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
It's off by Tony Jefferson. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers,